In this video, we are going to cover the topic anaphylaxis, which came as a short answer question in the KNRUHS final year medicine paper 1. Okay, so let's begin the discussion. Before that, myself, Dr. Maddineni Srinivas, your dermatology faculty from Bharat. So if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Dr. Maddineni Srinivas, Dermatologist, aka DrMSD, so that you are going to get such awesome content on a regular basis. So let's go into the topic directly. So what is anaphylaxis? It is a severe life-threatening systemic hypersensitivity reaction, type 1 hypersensitivity reaction, and the triggers could be allergens, and this is going to progress very rapidly, and it is a life-threatening condition because it can produce airway obstruction, breathing difficulties, and also circulatory compromise. So what are all the etiological factors responsible for producing anaphylaxis? So there are various allergens. So like for example, in the foods, it could be peanuts, it could be any kind of a nut, it could be shellfish, milk, eggs. So all this could act as the triggering food allergens. In the drugs also, you can remember antibiotics, beta-lactam antibiotics, NSAIDs, and certain anesthetic agents. Insect bites, okay, stings, we can say bee, wasp, hornet, fire ant. So any of these could trigger a anaphylactic reaction. Latex, common in healthcare workers and individuals with frequent medical procedures. Okay, they will come in contact with the latex, and it could be also idiopathic. So these are all the insects which could lead to anaphylaxis. You can pause this video and try to identify them. So what is the exact pathophysiology? Like I have told you, anaphylaxis, it is a type 1 hypersensitivity reaction where there is going to be involvement of the mast cells which are going to release the histamine and other prostaglandins and leukotrienes, which are going to cause increased vascular permeability, because of which the patients are going to have hypotension and they can go into the shock, anaphylactic shock, and there can be bronchoconstriction which can lead to the difficulty in the respiration, and there can be vasodilatation which can produce the flushing, and there will be mucosal edema which can lead to the laryngeal swelling and ultimately obstruction to the airways. What will be the clinical features? So there can be various systems affected in which cutaneous involvement is going to produce the urticarial hives, or we can call them as wheals. So the patients can develop wheals, as you are able to see here, and also there can be angioedema, that is swelling of the lips, eyelids, and the tongue. And respiratory system, the patients can develop stridor, wheezing, and dyspnea, difficulty in breathing, and there can be laryngeal edema, because of which there can be obstruction and ultimately it can also lead to death. The severe hypotension because of the anaphylactic shock, and there can be tachycardia, dizziness, and syncope. Coming to GI system, the patients can complain of nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal cramps. Neurologically, the patients may be confused. Okay, so how can we diagnose? Basically, anaphylaxis is mainly a clinical diagnosis based upon the rapid onset and also involvement of two or more systems. Can also make us think that the diagnosis could be anaphylaxis. And the laboratory, so basically the diagnosis is mainly clinical, but if we have this opportunity or these investigations are possible, we can get tryptase levels and histamine levels. But remember, the treatment is going to be mainly on the clinical grounds, because it is a life threatening, we have to be very quick. Next, yes, so if this video was helpful, please do hit that like button by this time, or if you are not yet subscribed, do also subscribe for all such awesome content on a regular basis. So what are all the other conditions which come into our mind whenever we think of anaphylaxis? So simple vasovagal syncope. So how can we differentiate? Simple, there will not be any urticaria, or the patient will not have any hypotension in vasovagal syncope. And the other one is hereditary angioedema. So remember, in hereditary angioedema, there's going to be a problem with C1 esterase inhibitor which is going to be deficient. Patients will not have any urticarial lesion. So skin, we can say skin manifestations are helping us to differentiate from these other differentials. Septic shock, there will not be any history of allergens. So now coming to the important part, which is the management. So you need to write in your theory exam the clinical features and the management. These are the important headings which you have to definitely write. So in the treatment management, remember, the treatment has to be very quick, and I hope you all know epinephrine, which is going to the first line and life-saving medication in these patients who are having anaphylaxis. And epinephrine should be given intramuscularly. And what is the preferred site? Anterolateral thigh, vastus lateralis muscle. Airway and breathing also should be taken care of. ABC, I hope you all know from your BLS classes. Okay, high flow oxygen should be given. Intubation should be done if the patient, is having a compromise in the air. So this is the muscle, vastus lateralis muscle, where we are going to use this EpiPen. Okay, this is a epinephrine which is available in the form of a pen. And those who are having a history of anaphylaxis, they should must and should carry this EpiPen with them, because epinephrine, it is a life-saving drug, and if it is not administered on time, the patient may die. And what is the other treatment? So because to counteract the hypotension, intravenous fluids can be given, and other medications which are going to be given are antihistamines and also H2 blockers, corticosteroids and beta agonists to take care of the circulatory system and also the airway. How can we prevent this? So avoid the known allergen. So if the patient and had anaphylaxis previously, he should be very careful to avoid any allergens. Like for example, it could be any insects which the patient is allergic to. So you should be very careful. Okay, and also food allergens, and they should carry, yes, like I have told you, EpiPen. It is called as EpiPen, epinephrine pen, and they should wear the bracelets, and desensitization should be tried if possible. And what are the complications? So there can be airway obstruction which can lead to the respiratory failure, anaphylactic shock leading to cardiac arrest. Okay, and the patient, after coming out of the anaphylaxis, after the treatment is completely done, management is done, again there may be a second episode of anaphylaxis. So this is called as biphasic anaphylaxis, and prolonged hospitalization may be required if it is severe. Okay, so this much of content, if you can write, it will be great enough, and you can join my Telegram groups, Instagram, whatever groups, and you can ask any queries related to dermatology, and you can read immediately after the watching this video from any of these sources. And also do share this video to your friends, and also try to discuss among yourselves in the form of group. And in the comment section, write HSC if you want me to make a video on genital herpes simplex. So that's it in this video. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much. Please do hit that like button if this video was helpful, and also do subscribe to this channel for such awesome content on a regular basis. So happy learning. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanam, Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu.